Hello students, welcome to the new academic year of 2020 and 21, which we will have to start online because of the COVID-19 pandemic that you are all aware of. We are going to start with the biology in this series of videos. This year we will be following new textbook. See the photo of your new textbook. See the front page, see the back page, and now see the index of your book. Read the index carefully. Today we are going to start our studies with chapter first, reproduction in lower and higher plants. Mark distribution and paper pattern will be explained in the separate video. See the title of this chapter and see the page also. What is reproduction? Reproduction, it is the important characteristics of all living organisms. Reproduction is the production of young ones like parents. It is essential process for continuity of life. The wide variety of plants have developed various methods of their multiplication and propagation. Flowering plants generally reproduce sexually by seed formation. Many, however, reproduce asexually. So, there are two important methods of reproduction. The first method, that is asexual reproduction, and another method, that is sexual reproduction. Today we will see about the asexual reproduction. In the asexual type of reproduction, there is no fusion or union of male and female gametes. It does not involve fusion of two compatible gametes or sex cells. It is also known as apomixis or vegetative reproduction. It results in the production of genetically identical progeny from a single organism and inherits the genes from the parents are called clones. Thus, vegetative reproduction can be defined as the formation of a new individual from any vegetative part of the plant body. Again, there are different ways. For example, fragmentation. You studied that in Spirogyra, you remember? Another one example that is also studied in yeast, asexual reproduction takes place with the help of budding. In Chalaedomonas, it takes place with the help of spore formation. In amoeba and paramecium, with the help of binary fission, asexual reproduction takes place. Conidia formation in Penicillium, Gimels formation in sponges, all these are the other methods of reproduction. Can you recall the capacity to reproduce by vegetative propagation? You studied it in 11th standard in the chapter Morphology of Flowering Plants, that is your 9th chapter in 11th standard book. So these are the natural methods of vegetative propagation. You remember that example? In root, the example is the sweet potato, asparagus and dahlia. In leaf also, vegetative reproduction naturally observed. For example, bryophyllum and bignonia. With the help of stem also, naturally vegetative reproduction or sexual reproduction takes place. For example, rhizome, turmeric, potato tubers, onion bulbs, etc. How does vegetative propagation occur in nature? There is artificial method of reproduction. It means there is a artificial method of vegetative reproduction also, in which is mostly used in agriculture and horticulture in order to multiply fresh stock of the plants as per human requirements. In that, one is the cutting, another one is the grafting, then tissue culture. These are the different methods of artificial vegetative reproduction. In first, cutting, small piece of any vegetative part of a plant having one or more buds is used for propagation. Example, stem cutting, rows. Nowadays, I think you are doing plantation, and that plantation you are doing with the help of stem cutting. So one of the example is the rose, then bougainvillea, gulmohar, that also you know. Then another one example of leaf cutting is that sansevieria, and another example of root cutting in blackberry we observed with the help of root cutting the new plant is developed with the help of artificial method of vegetative propagation. Another method of artificial vegetative propagation is the grafting. Here two plants are required. Here parts of two plants are required. They are joined in such a way that they grow as one plant. See the diagram? See the picture? The part of a plant containing bud is cycon joined onto the rooted plant called stalk. See the picture very carefully. Again, see where is cycon and where is stalk. One bud is joined onto a rooted plant called stalk, and it is called grafting. Whereas budding is also called bud grafting, in which only one bud is joined on a stalk. Example, apple, pear, rose, etc. Another one, that is the tissue culture. It is a method by which a small amount of plant tissue is carefully grown to give many plantlets. Micropropagation method is also used nowadays. Why does gardener choose to propagate plants asexually? Can you tell me which are the advantages of vegetative propagation, and there are some disadvantages of also that vegetative reproduction? Can you tell me? Just you think over that and write down in your book which are the advantages and disadvantages of the vegetative propagation. Here is the chart. In that chart you can observe the way of vegetative propagation. See, one is the natural means and another one is the artificial means. In natural means, with the help of stem, there are some example. One is the runner, sucker, offset, stolon, bulbs, rhizome, cones and tubers. All these are you studied in 11th standard 9th chapter. Then by roots also, tuberous roots, sweet potato, dahlia, asparagus. Then normal roots, albizia, lilac, dalbergia sisu, etc. Then by leaves, margins of intact leaves, bryophyllum, it is known as panfuti, leaf cuttings, bignonia, etc. For reproductive organs, flower, buds developing into the bulbils, for example, agave. Here artificial means cutting, stem cutting in sugarcane, grapes, rose, bougainvillea, etc. Then layering, air layering, citrus, mound layering, jasmine and strawberry, grafting, mango, rubber, apple, pear, guava, and micropropagation using the tissue culture for orchids type of the plant. So here we studied about one of the way of propagation or the reproduction, that is known as the artificial and vegetative method, which is a type of asexual reproduction.